Genotype or love? This debate has been on forever. Some people think that in choosing a life partner, genotype compatibility should be the first priority. Others also think that love is the final say. Let me challenge your minds with these few questions, especially those who are single. Do you know anything about the sickle cell disease? Are you aware of the manifestations and the complications of sickle cell disease? Are you also aware, or do you know that the choice you make today can actually be the difference between your child being born with a disease or not? By the end of this video, we will get answers to all these questions. Remember also to like and share this video. If you are not a subscriber yet, kindly subscribe for me. Put on your notification bells for new updates. So today we are discussing genotype and genotype compatibility. Genotype simply means the constitution of genes, the genetic constitution of every individual. Before we are born, we inherit certain genes from both our fathers and our mothers. So collectively, these genes together make us who we are, and that is what we refer to as genotype. Examples of genotypes are AA, AS, SC, AC, S beta thalassemia, just to mention a few of them. Genotypes carry different hemoglobin genes, and a person with AS genotype can either donate an A hemoglobin or an S hemoglobin to his or her child. Also, a person with AC genotype can either donate an A hemoglobin or a C hemoglobin to his or her child. A person with AA genotype can only give an A hemoglobin. Likewise, a person with SS genotype can also just give an S hemoglobin to his or her child. I said it earlier that genotypes contain different hemoglobins, and then hemoglobins can also be divided into two types. We have the normal hemoglobin and the abnormal hemoglobin. Examples of the normal hemoglobins are hemoglobin A, which is the commonest and found in most people. We also have hemoglobin A2. It's also a bit common but found in few people. We have hemoglobin F, that is found in fetuses and also in newborn babies or infants in the first few months of life, but it declines as they age. In cases where this hemoglobin F persists in them, it can modify the severity of sickle cell disease. Abnormal hemoglobins are formed as a result of mutations, and this includes hemoglobin S, which is the commonest when it comes to abnormal hemoglobins. We also have hemoglobin C, we have hemoglobin E, and also hemoglobin beta thalassemia, just to mention few of them. Sickle cell trait is an inheritance of a normal hemoglobin A from one parent and an abnormal hemoglobin S from another parent, making a person have a genotype of AS. So in a case where a person is AS, we say the person has a sickle cell trait. Remember when I was talking about the genotypes and the types, I also mentioned AC. AC is in a way like AS. If a person carries a genotype of AC, it means that the person inherited a normal hemoglobin A from one parent and an abnormal hemoglobin C trait from the other parent. So, people with the genotype AS are just like people with the genotype AC. They are normally asymptomatic. That means they don't really get crisis most of the time. They don't get crisis except in some few cases. So when do we say a person has a sickle cell disease? A person has a sickle cell disease when he or she inherited both abnormal hemoglobins from both parents. So this person will inherit an abnormal hemoglobin, let's say S, from one parent and another abnormal hemoglobin S from the other parent, making SS. So this person is having the sickle cell disease, not a trait. This person has the sickle cell disease itself. Another example is that a person can also inherit an abnormal hemoglobin S from a father and abnormal hemoglobin C from the mother, making SC. This is also termed as sickle cell disease. So, how do we know if people are compatible with their genotypes? We say two people have genotypes that are compatible when these two people can actually bring forth children with no possibility of them having the sickle cell disease. Or two people with two genotypes are compatible if there is no possibility of them bringing forth children with the sickle cell disease. On the other hand, two people's genotype are not compatible if there is a chance or there is a possibility that they can bring forth children with a sickle cell disease. So this explains the genotype compatibility. So with all this being said, you will still ask which genotypes are compatible and which ones are incompatible. Yes, we have ones that are compatible and we have the incompatible ones. For example, we all know that AA is the universally compatible genotype. So AA plus AA is highly compatible. AA plus AS is compatible. AA plus SS is compatible. AA plus SC compatible. AA plus literally all the abnormal ones are compatible. So with all this being said, you will still ask which genotypes are compatible and which ones are incompatible. Yes, we have ones that are compatible and we have the incompatible ones. For example, we all know that AA is the universally compatible genotype. So AA plus AA is highly compatible. AA plus AS is compatible. AA plus SS is compatible. AA plus SC compatible. AA plus literally all the abnormal ones are compatible. Those that are incompatible are the AS plus AS, SS plus SS, AS plus AC, SS plus S beta thalassemia, and others. So now we know the genotypes that are compatible and ones that are not compatible. Please pardon me once more, for my baby girl was trying to come and speak to you too about the genotype. Probably I didn't know what she was trying to come into the video to say. So from today's discussion, I hope you've answered all the questions I asked before I started this video. Would you want to check your genotype, or you will stick to the fact that love has the final say? Genotype or love? Kindly check your genotype today, know your status so you can make informed decision. Don't try to hurt your future children because they are not to blame for the decision you make. Please like this video, share and subscribe if you've not done so yet. Put on your notification bells also for new updates. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, check your genotype.